Hello, once again.
La la.
Much love. We are back. This is Jerome Shaw.
And Ellie Tom Elamine, we're the light beam.
And we have another message today. And it actually comes from a verse that I recall hearing. And I've heard you talk about this message a lot. And
Man.
it's one that's, really worth noting. It's really important. And it's actually a Bible verse. It's called Hebrews 13 verse 2. And in this translation, the Bible verse says, "Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares."
Powerful.
So it's talking about, you never know who you're coming in contact with or who could be walking right beside you. Be careful not to be not forgetful to entertain strangers, because you never know. You could actually be entertaining an angel. You don't know, you could be in the presence.
Exactly.
Right.
And what is an angel? Somebody with some intellect that can help you. That can really help you. That's something.
Yeah.
At many different levels. Now, I don't mean help you and whatever we say, but this is a person that has some level of knowledge that if you didn't have this barrier of judging them right away on what you think you received from your perception, that person could have opened you up and enlightened you on a whole lot of things.
Right. And some people can't see certain people. Like,
Right.
I think you told us one time, Ellie Tom, you said that when the light came, the darkness comprehended it not.
Exactly.
What was that?
When the light came, and when you look at the symbology, light just means intellect, somebody who really knows something. And when the light came, the darkness comprehended it not. Darkness represents the ignorance of the people. They didn't know that this was a enlightened person. This person is enlightened, but the people didn't realize it.
Right.
That happens all the time.
Right. Right.
All the time.
Right.
Oh man, I could tell you story after story.
Can you talk about first this one story? I remember you saying you were on some beach or somewhere, and you said that there was a point where you said there was like a big beam of light that something hit you.
Yeah.
And you said you looked and you seen somebody. Can you talk about that real
Oh
quick?
man.
Okay.
Now I'm out there cultivating myself because this is the lifestyle I chose.
Yeah.
So I'm taking a walk through the woods, the trails,
Okay.
and breathing the air and doing my thing with the energy that really feels good. And this is when I really started dealing with energy work. However, I felt something go boom, a ray of energy.
Yeah.
And I looked up and this guy was up on this cliff.
Yeah.
And he was just stretching. Oh. And I said, oh my God. There was no doubt in my mind. I felt that energy and who it came from. And I was thinking, I'm the only one in this area, or where I was living at the time, who knows energy work like this. I knew there was other energy workers, but I'm going for it to be high. And I said, that man got some high energy.
Okay.
Felt it.
And other people might not have recognized him.
And there was other people just walking around, didn't even recognize it. Because they're not working on their energy.
Okay.
And me, I knew I was, but to feel that made me say, wow. And the form that he was in, I would have never saw it.
Okay.
Because everybody got their shape, their body shape, their form.
Yeah.
Wasn't nothing wrong with it, but I would have never expected it.
Okay. Okay. So it made you feel like there's no way in the world you would have felt that if he wasn't working on himself.
Exactly.
He must have been doing something.
He must have been doing something.
Okay.
There was some happiness, something in him, the joy. He was just stretching, had on his jeans and t-shirt. It wasn't like he was wearing something holy. And it had nothing to do with that.
Right. Right.
He was happy and you knew it.
So he could have been anyone that you might walk by on the street, or you might just see somebody, but you never know, you could be entertaining an angel.
Exactly.
You know.
Oh man. And don't be scared of it, an angel from a demon. Like, have you ever on Halloween, you see some children dress up as angels, some dress up as demons.
I see.
So it's just a mindset of a person.
Okay.
Because though we say, such and such is devilish, you better be careful of them.
Right.
But we'll say these words, or we'll say something about, go visit that old lady down the street. She's such an angel.
Right.
So we get these titles, but it really is true.
Right. Right. And it's talking about the energy too.
Yeah. That's what makes a demon or an angel.
Okay.
It's just a mindset of people. So that's why, again, you could be entertaining an angel and don't recognize it. This person is so sweet, so nice, all this value can enlighten you on some things, but you don't know it.
Okay. Okay. So it's like the opportunity was there
Yeah.
for you to even you could even benefit or be able to gain something from
Right.
something that they have. But if you didn't recognize,
or even if you didn't recognize
Right.
it, you're still entertaining them, and they're
Exactly.
happy. You made them happy, and you blessed yourself.
exactly. Okay, so you received that blessing.
You received that blessing if
Mm-hmm.
you realized it was an angel or not.
Okay. And you received that blessing when you witnessed them stretching, because it almost was like, it sounds to me like it was a testament to how far you had grown.
Right.
To even feel that beam of light, to even feel that connection, to know, oh man, like they are working on themselves.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of let you know where you were.
And I just started on the energy work, so
Okay.
and that gave me confidence. Not only this is real, I
Yeah.
picked that up. That shows me where I can go.
Okay.
I should be able to do the same thing.
So it wasn't for anyone else to realize, it was for you to realize.
It was for me to realize.
Okay.
And then remember when I caught it up to date where I told you I went to Benin, Africa,
Mm-hmm.
and I seen this man coming, and his energy was so high.
Yeah.
Now I've been in the game so long. This is like 20 years later.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no doubt in my mind. There's no
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And I know I've been working all this time.
Mm-hmm.
For him to come out with that gave me confidence again. For me to see it, you've been working on yourself, but that also showed me where I could go.
Wow. So you're like, okay, there's levels.
There's levels.
There's levels.
So don't look at me as being the highest energy on the planet just because we're on the solar breath there and all that.
Oh man.
There's some angels out here.
There's some angels for sure. And you said you said the way he came out the bush, like the way that it happened, it was like he just came out and just boom, he kept going.
His energy field, and the people that was around didn't even acknowledge him.
Wow.
So it was like whether they knew he was there or not, I don't know. But I acknowledged him. That was something. I seen him 3 times. And the person that was with me saw it too, because just by being with me, they was cultivating. So we was like,
Wow. Y'all got to see.
right.
Y'all got the God in the midst of the people.
God in the midst of the people.
Yes.
See that scripture? God, an angel in the midst of the people. You never know when you're entertaining God.
Right. Right.
Intellect. Remember I told you I was in Egypt because they got some great hieroglyphics, and once you understand the story behind them, it makes pure sense. But they got one you used to seeing the pharaohs on the throne as they're sitting there in the statue form. But one, they just had a regular person. They didn't have no cobras coming up,
No
to show that they
symbology, yeah.
but it was a regular person. So what is this trying to say? But as you walk around, it's a big statue. On the side of the statue, it got Tehutu. Now Tehutu is like a falcon, I believe, but it represents wisdom. But it's right here connecting his brain with his spinal cord. But that's the symbology saying he knows some things.
Okay.
Because even his body proportion was like perfect.
Okay.
And he's sitting there, so he knows some things. He's wise. Tehutu is here.
He got wisdom.
He got wisdom. And some people don't have that wisdom yet. You can develop it, but that's just the way it is. But this person knew some things.
Yes. Yes.
Everyday person.
And this reminds me, because one of the reasons why I feel so privileged just to be here, just to be witnessing you, and just to be in your energy field each time, because I've been to several of your retreats,
Right.
But each time I feel like it was a confirmation for me,
Exactly.
to let me know, keep going,
Right.
keep growing, So I remember when you were telling us, and you talk about how there's dimensions on top of each other.
Right.
And that just for us to be able to witness an angel or see a being or see, someone or who you might even say is an immortal,
Right.
To be able to witness that, you have to be on a different frequency or even in a different, you could say a different dimension.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why a person got to be careful when they say, ain't nobody doing nothing today. Everybody's this. Everybody's that.
Okay.
You hear that person talk about just the world in general.
Right, right.
Ain't nobody doing nothing. But the question that they should be asking themselves, why can't I see them?
Right. Right.
Why can't I see who's doing what?
That's
Why can't I see the angels? Because there's also a promise in the scriptures that I would always keep a person with my message on the planet, no matter what. So that person who's carrying the message is always here, or those people. Why can't you see them?
Right. So while the rest of the world is saying why, you should say why not?
Exactly.
Why not?
Exactly.
Why can't I do this?
And
Why
I think
can't
I told y'all one time when you know, I'm living my life. Salisbury steak and gravy was my favorite dish. And I heard about vegetarians, but you know. But when it got to the point for me to change my diet, you know, I said I gotta make some changes.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, this whole vegan community was there all along.
Right.
But I never saw them.
They were already there.
They were already there.
Okay.
I never saw them. Because why should I? I was living a different lifestyle.
You weren't on that dimension.
I went on that dimension.
Okay.
And then when I got into live and raw foods, most definitely that's not around here. Now the pyramids start going up when you're dealing with people who get more strenuous, but they were there. I never saw them.
Right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
And then when I got on the breatharian message, I'm the only one around here. Now I got even more strenuous, but they were around, not in my initial area, but they were around on the continent. I just had to go there for all of us to meet.
And then you're getting asked that now you're coming to speak with them and you're going to these events and everyone's all there.
Everybody's already there because you're on that frequency.
Wow. You got to see them.
And not only the ones who's commercial, there's places I traveled, whether if I knew they were food free or not, I could look at their body structure and energy. They're at a high level.
Okay.
But everybody ain't out here to, you know, to say, look at me. You know, I just have a certain job to give it to the masses so that you can do this certain energy for that. But some people, they don't want to do that. They're working behind the scenes, working on their energy.
Right.
Because one day I'm going to disappear. Just to work on myself and don't work with people.
Okay.
So everybody got their mission.
Oh yes, you. So on one level you can say, okay, you're in different dimensions, so you get the chance to encounter it. But then you also, when you do encounter it, you have the awareness to recognize it.
To recognize it.
Okay.
And that's a big plus.
Okay.
Oh man, this is good.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh man. And
Yeah.
you never know when you're entertaining an angel.
Yes.
God is in the midst of the people. And to show you what that means, that just means that you really boosted your consciousness to do better than what you were doing before.
Exactly.
This is something. So I met a man again, and I did it, and many other people did it, where he transformed himself in front of his family and all his neighbors and stuff, and they can't say nothing now. Now, before he went through the challenge, because you're breaking the mold of how everybody's doing things, it is not. It ain't about getting mad at people. They're concerned about you.
Right.
But he stayed in there, and now he's a whole nother person. Lost all that weight, feeling more energy, and I've seen this. A lot of people have done it.
Okay.
But that's God growing in the midst of people.
Yeah.
And they don't even need to stop there. To keep going.
Yeah.
As long as you want it to go.
Man.
Oh, man.
The energy's waiting on you.
And like we said yesterday, life is in the body, but you must put the body in life.
Yes.
And you are to live your life so where you are growing your energy, developing it, feeding it with more and more life force energy or love energy. And it will keep growing. It won't stop.
Yeah.
So you only got to never put a roof on yourself.
Man. Becoming angelic.
Becoming angelic.
Yeah.
For real. Becoming angelic.
Awesome.
That's what it's written for.
Yes.
The real deal. Oh, man.
Man.
And just because you can't see it, that don't matter.
Right.
People doing things in this universe. We got a lot of people running around.
Because I've seen that too, where, you know, I might not even notice how far I've grown or how far I've gone until somebody else recognizes it.
Yeah, that's something.
There's been times where people will say, oh man, you've changed.
Right, because the rose can't smell itself.
Woo!
Sometimes we don't know how far we came.
Right.
And somebody else have to clarify or testify. It ain't for your head to get big, but you'll say, whew, that did feel good.
Yeah.
I know I've been working.
Yeah.
That's something, ain't it?
Yes.
Whoa.
Confirmation.
Confirmation.
Yeah.
And that should motivate you to keep going. It don't need to end. Oh, man.
Man. Beautiful. Beautiful.
La, 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 la.
Thank you for listening.
Peace and blessings. Had the
right.
best day or night ever.
Much love. Much love.